Hey there, folks, come and see. Tune in now for laughs and glee. Join the fun here on this spree. Click and subscribe, it's free.
I remember even as far back as the late 90s, Khon Kaen boasted a mall and various nightclubs and bars. It also had a major train station and an airport back then. The mall is still there and it's called Fairyland. It used to play Western films, although watching Star Wars overdubbed in Thai was something to behold. Imagine hearing Darth Vader speaking Thai and he's doing it in this overdubbed nasally tenor register instead of his usual baritone. Machito, Princess Leia. I'm telling you, it was amazing. Today, the mall is but a minor mall in the city, as Khon Kaen now has a multi-story Central Plaza mall with a movie theater on the 4th or like 5th floor. I can't remember how many floors this mall has. I never go past the 3rd floor because I don't like malls. Khon Kaen is the 4th largest city in Thailand, and if not the quickest growing, one of the fastest. It is the central hub of commerce in Isarn and one of the big 4 Isarn cities, to include Udon Thani, Ubon Ratchathani, and Nakhon Ratchasima, or Korat. It can be reached via the Bang Sue station or the Apiwat train station. The subway stop is called the Bang Sue stop or station stop. The actual train station itself, I believe, is named the Apiwat train station. Train tickets can run anywhere from 477 baht for a second-class seater to around 1,600 or so for a first-class cabin. The train stops at the Khon Kaen train station, which received a major upgrade from the old station. Like the one in Ho Hin, this one is elevated. I'm not sure if it will connect to the light rail system when the light rail system is built in a couple of years. I would recommend, however, taking the VIP bus from the Malchit bus terminal, since the bus makes fewer stops than the train does. Expect the trip to take still around 6 hours and change, and some of that's going to be just getting out of Bangkok. Most of the action, that is, the markets, the bars, the clubs, the temples, and all the hangouts, are going to be in the old town, though that is changing a little bit. One of the benefits of taking the train is that it stops within walking distance to the old town, whereas that new bus terminal, or Terminal 3, that's where they're going to drop you off, is going to be 7 kilometers to the south. This seems awfully inconvenient, as you have to take a taxi to get into town. There are some songtals, but at the rate at which Khon Kaen is growing, that area will likely be part of the downtown within a decade or so, and I'm not joking. Soon, if all goes as expected, Khon Kaen will have its own light rail system with 17 stops around town. There are at least 3 large night markets and several minor ones around town, and a nice cafe around almost every corner. I'll be visiting the Hidden Cafe today. And funny enough, I just kind of stumbled upon it. I actually was staying around the corner from the cafe and didn't even know it. So the name is quite apt. Would you look at that temple? Would you just look at that? Each layer has artwork and you can climb and ascend each layer. It's a fascinating thing to look at because each layer has its own feel. But that's for another video. So anyways, I like cafes. It's a very relaxing environment for me to get a lot of work done, so I tend to hang out in them a lot. The Hidden Cafe was one that was aptly named because I actually kind of got lost trying to find it, even though the Google Maps location was actually spot on. I'm just dumb. The Google Maps location can be found here in this QR code to save you some time. The Hidden Cafe is actually surrounded by hotels all over the place. Again, this is in the old town. It's just south of the walking street. The walking street's only open, I think it's Saturday 5 p.m. only, but it's something to go and see. It reminds me a lot of things like the Chiang Mai walking street that takes place during the weekends. It kind of has that vibe. It's not quite as big, it's not as large to scale, but it has its own charm. It's also in the business district or the government district, so you're surrounded by government buildings, and it has a clean, almost sterile feel in comparison to the rest of the city, but it also has a really safe feel. And in saying that, I in no way imply that Thailand doesn't have a safe feel. Thailand indeed is one of the safest feeling countries I've ever been in. I've been to several cities now in Thailand, in the downtown districts, both night and day, walking the streets, and not once have I felt unsafe or like I was going to get jumped or mugged or robbed. I have, however, sometimes thought that a dog was gonna get me. And I just realized I don't mean when I say walking the streets, I don't mean it like that way. So after seeing it on Google Maps, I wake up, I leave my place, I get a little breakfast here. Yeah, that's breakfast. And then I head off to the Hidden Cafe. Now, like I said, the Hidden Cafe has the most appropriate name ever, at least for me. Probably not for other people, because if you can follow Google Maps, then you are going to find this place no problem. However, it's off of the road and you have to walk down an alleyway. This is not that alleyway. This is me just going absolutely nowhere because I don't know how to read a damn map. And back on the main street, we're now in business, because if you look down this alleyway, it doesn't look quite as anonymous as the other one. And obviously, at the end of it, you can tell that there's some kind of business there, i.e. the Hidden Cafe. I'm definitely planning on doing a lot more videos on Khon Kaen. I've really learned to like the city and the surrounding areas. There's a lot of things to see, a lot of places to visit. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would help me out a great deal, guys. Thank you so much for your time.